choo, chucky choo, chat chow, cha 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 chow, cha chow, chucky chuck, 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 cha 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 chuck, 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 bow, 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 bow.
So guys, I don't know about you,
But I get my news from a guy named Charles Kirk. And man, he's on his bullshit this week. He's a wacky guy. I love him. He's doing his best. He sells these food buckets.
Food shortages might be coming, and that might be a good reason to get a stockpile. You need to go to preparewithkirk.com and save $150 on a 3-month emergency food kit.
He's trying to convince Meemaws and Peepaws that society's about to fall apart so he can peddle some food buckets. Just garbage cans that somebody bought from Home Depot and threw a bunch of macaroni in it, and it's like $80. He's trying to peddle this crap, and God bless him for it.
And returning to the site, I've added 80,000 followers. Where did they come from? Turning Point USA founder Charlie.
How did everybody's angry high school history teacher get on TV? Anyway.
Followers. Where did they come from? Turning Point USA founder Charlie Kirk is not one of them. He was suspended by Twitter last month. So what does he think he needs to do to restore himself to the platform, and will he go back? Charlie, your thoughts first about Elon Musk's purchase.
That is my own sperm.
Oh, I'm just thrilled about it. So, Brian, it's interesting. A couple weeks ago, I tweeted a tweet about Levine, and so did the Babylon Bee. And then Tucker Carlson tweeted about our tweets because we were suspended. And right during that time, all of a sudden, Elon Musk started to get very vocal about buying Twitter. And so, not taking credit for anything, but we were definitely probably part of kind of the straw that broke the camel's back. And what a difference a month makes. And so, look, we kind of engaged in this protest where we decided we were not going to delete the tweet. Under the prior administration and regime. And our protest kind of worked. And so we're going to go back to the platform now that it's under.
Oh, no. I'm sorry, Charlie. That was not on purpose, Charlie. Look, Charlie, if you want to get me back, you can. Here, you can screen grab this. Hey. So Charlie Kirk showing off, strutting around a little bit. He's like, I'm the reason that something.
And right during that time, all of a sudden, Elon Musk started to get very vocal about buying Twitter. And so, not taking credit for anything, but we were definitely probably part.
There's a rule on Twitter. It's in the terms of service that you're not supposed to use trans people's dead names. You're not supposed to use their old previous names.
And here's the tweet that caused so much consternation about Rachel Levine. You wrote this: Richard Levine spent 54 years of his life as a man. He had a wife and a family. He transitioned to being a woman in 2011. Joe Biden appointed Levine to be a 4-star admiral. And now USA Today has named Rachel Levine as Woman of the Year. Where are the feminists? And that got you suspended? I think
That's correct.
Charlie Kirk did that. He violated their, one thing these people complain about, they're like, there needs to be clear rules. And this was a clear rule. I mean, it took me like 2 seconds to find this out. Oh yeah, you're not allowed to be calling trans people by their old names or whatever. Charlie Kirk did this. He got suspended. And then he says in this interview, he's like, I'm going to stand by my principles and not delete the tweet.
We were not going to delete the tweet.
This is from today. Tucker Carlson and Charlie Kirk wimp out on their Twitter chest thumping. The MAGA stars both thumped their chests, claiming they'd never back down to Twitter and delete the transphobic tweets that got their accounts locked. Surprise, they deleted. So they got their accounts back. Charlie Kirk's account is up the last time I checked. So I think that's kind of adorable. I think that's kind of funny. We will never back down. Yeah, Twitter, whatever you want us to do.
I gotta keep dumping out slop.
Since this week's news that Elon Musk bought Twitter, Fox News stars Tucker Carlson and prominent MAGA media personality Chuck Kirk have both tried to suggest that the richest man in the world was responsible for unlocking their accounts on the platform after they were suspended over anti-trans crap. The reality of the situation, however, is both Carlson and Kirk quietly deleted their offending tweets in order to regain access. Yes, sir. Whatever you say, Twitter, sir, please. So to their fans, to their media bubble, they're like, kiss my balls, Twitter. You ain't gonna do shit, Twitter. And then to Twitter in private, yeah, whatever you want, please. In order to regain access to their account, essentially going back on their declarations, they would never apologize or remove their posts misgendering and dead-naming a Biden administration official who is transgender.
Damn, no wonder my man wants to get his account back. 1.7 mil. 1.7 mil.
Charlie Kirk be doing some weird tweets. But let's start with this one. Due to new management, I'm back on Twitter. Definitely not because I apologized. That level of just sort of like, yeah, my fans are morons. I believe, in my heart of hearts, that my fans are morons. And they can kiss my ass because I'll tell them a lie straight to their face.
1.7 mil.
We have a two-party system in America right now. It's the parents' party or the perverts' party.
Perverts. Perverts.
What a pervert. What a pervert.
I would agree. I would agree with him if he was like, we have two-party system in America right now, the pervert party and the other pervert party. That'd be funny. And he would get a, let me see, am I gonna retweet? Am I gonna retweet this? Nah, it's not. It's just not. Am I gonna retweet? Nah, it's just not. This is a pretty interesting one. There is an undeniable. Charlie Kirk gets back on Twitter and he's like, time to go. There is an undeniable war on white people in the West. He's like, I'm back, guys. Oh, damn, bro. What? Hold on. What's this?
What?
What does this say? When people are programmed to think like victims, it's very easy to sell them entitlement programs. Oh, okay. So I get what he's doing now. Okay, yeah, there is a war on white people. So let's get these white people universal health care, free public college, and everybody. Also, everybody gets that, not just white people. How about that? Oh, wow, Charlie Kirk with a very, very social communist, pinko, pervert, communist, disgusting Fidel Castro message.
Wow. The news and the left promotes pedophilia.
And people are dissatisfied. With that, we want a leader that can actually change things and actually think about the precariousness of the future of a young person's life. Yeah, I mean, you think that Bernie Sanders is radical. They are going to draft a candidate that will make Bernie Sanders look like a moderate. When you, and Republicans, what do you have to do about this? And we've talked about this for a while. Republicans should talk about a national recovery program.
Hey.
A national recovery program that makes it easier for young people to own property, get married, and have children. If we do not fix those three things, this generation will go from hating Biden to loving legitimately radical Marxism. It will happen like that.
Okay, I'm listening.
And so the preconditions for a Marxist or a socialist political movement are when people don't own anything, they're not married in large numbers, and they're not having children. Now, one of the reasons why people do not have children in this country is it's too expensive.
All right, I'm listening.
It's expensive to have kids. It takes 53 weeks of work a year. You're like, well, there's only 52 weeks. I know. That means you have to go into debt to support a family of 4 in America. It used to be 35 weeks of work. Productivity is going up, yet American wages are not going up alongside of it. And if you ask kind of most corporate Republicans, they think everything's perfectly fine. Well, of course it isn't. Now, one thing I will agree with corporate Republicans on is the creation of $7 trillion out of thin air was wrong and unnecessary. However, every Republican that was present voted for the COVID relief bill. Every single Republican. And if you go back to our podcast archives 2 years ago, I believe we were the only program, right, Andrew? I think the only program, one of the only ones that came out opposed the COVID stimulus bill. We were one of the only ones.
I mean, how much longer can these nut jobs keep up this charade? This, I mean, all of that is just like incoherent. It's like it's too expensive to have kids. Okay, good. You're onto something here. The one political figure proposing anything that would make that better, easier. Bernie Sanders, radical, disgusting, Marxist. This whole spiel about life is too hard for young people. Their wages aren't high enough. They're not keeping up with productivity. All this true. Then a couple seconds later, get your ass back to work at the same low-paying jobs he was just talking about during a pandemic. They don't deserve a stimulus. It's just like when does your brain, like I feel like Charlie Kirk when he turns like 40 or 50, he's just gonna be like, where am I? Because I don't think that saying like nonsense of this level can like you get away clean. Like Like he doesn't scramble your brain. His job is actually to peddle two things: nonsense that confuses people and garbage pails from Home Depot filled with food buckets, filled with macaroni for $80. He's suggesting like the Republican Party needs to do something. He's kind of hinting like, it almost sounds like he's saying, I mean, he's not saying anything, but it sounds like he's almost saying like the Republican Party needs to do some socialist crap. The Republican Party needs to, I don't know what, create a jobs program, do a New Deal type of crap. These are the only things that would fix the problems he's describing. So he's suggesting the Republican Party would do that. The party that was never about that. Now both parties exist to stop anything like that. But the party that has always been like the most extreme of preventing that. Hey guys, hey.
Republicans need to get serious about addressing these issues, or else at some point Democrats are going to realize there's a political goldmine here. There is a multi-trillion-dollar bill sitting right on the sidewalk that one political party or the other can pick up that could capture younger voters for the next couple decades to come.
This is from 2021. A dozen years ago, after President Obama's election, 24% of Americans younger than 30 reported themselves to be politically active. Now it's 36. And check this out. This is big muchos problemos for the Republican Party here. Young black Americans report the most political engagement, 41% the survey found. Overall, this is from a Harvard youth poll that they do every year. Overall, 52% of the young Americans surveyed said they identify with the Democrats or lean toward them, compared with 28% who identify or lean toward the Republicans. So, I mean, the point here is, yeah, you're offering some real good solutions, man. Things that are never going to happen. Hey, you know what? You know what the Republicans should do? They should be democratic socialists. Here's another suggestion. Hey, Republicans, you need to get more young people to like you. Like Ben Shapiro and all these people are trying this. They're doing these very creepy, like AstroTurf, like, hey, kids.
As an example of Disney and Warner Media's grotesque level of child exploitation and sexual grooming.
Hello, fellow kids. Me too, right? I'm a kid too. And you know what I like? Lower corporate taxes, right, kids? Hey, where you going? Come back.
We can even see in a place like Oregon, very liberal Oregon, according to Breitbart.com, Oregon voters are souring on Democrat leadership. Oregon voters have turned on Biden and Democrat Kate Brown. Oregon is one of the 5 most liberal states in America.
That is my own sperm.
Oregon, Washington, Hawaii, New York, Connecticut, Rhode Island. Those are like the most liberal states in the country by far. Voters in the state of Oregon who have reliably voted Democrat in every presidential election since 1988 do not have a favorable view of Joe Biden. 63% of voters in Oregon have a negative view of Joe Biden. 53% of those have a very negative view, making his net approval negative 28% in Oregon. Now, mind you, part of the reason is this not because they think that Trump is great. They don't think he's progressive enough. They don't think he's liberal enough, that he's doing enough in the progressive direction, which, of course, is absurd. It shows you how far left some of these states actually have become.
His solution is further to the right. That's the problem. You know, Biden sucks because he's not far right enough. Then he reads these states. He's like, look, even they don't like him. By the way, they don't like him because he's too far right. So, I'm sorry, Charlie, but doesn't this kind of make your whole segment not make a whole lot of sense? Look, they don't like Joe Biden because he's closer to what I want than them. Ha ha ha! Got him. Here's Charlie Kirk on Fox News. Charlie Kirk, Bernie Sanders student loan scheme. Temptation is a great deal for kids, but plan is just a bribe. So he's talking about student loan forgiveness here. If Crazy Bernie did get his way, it would complete the government's nationalization of higher education system. Oh my God.
That is my own sperm.
Does anyone truly believe that the future American student, your son or daughter, me personally, My kid, Grendon, little Grendon, will be a threat to them? Does anyone truly believe that the future of the American student, your son or daughter, would benefit from an education completely controlled by a Leviathan state?
That is my own sperm.
This is from CNBC. Student loan debt is a hurdle for many would-be mothers.
Now, one of the reasons why people do not have children in this country is it's too expensive. Student loan scheme. Temptation is a great deal for kids, but plan is just a bribe.
But also, like, as I'm reading this, I'm reading stories about how, it's sort of funny, like Joe Biden on his, like, campaign crap, was like, I'm going to forgive right with the stroke of a pen. I'm going to get away. I'm going to get rid of $10,000 of student debt. He's like, 50, I can't do. I don't think I can do that. I don't think I can do it. But 10, I could do that. I'd do that.
I'm prepared to write off the $10,000 debt.
His 2020 campaign website confirms his plan to cancel a minimum of $10,000 of federal student loan debt. He also went as far as to say he'd forgive all undergraduate tuition-related federal student debt from public colleges and universities and private HBCUs for people making up to $125,000 per year.
It's like this. It sounds like this. And then it goes like this. Never happened. And now he's like, he's on TV, reporters are like, hey, what about the student loan debt? And he's like, I don't know. Did I say? I don't know. Maybe. I'll have to check on that. I don't think I said that. That's a good thing about Joe Biden. He should start using that. Be like, I don't know if you notice this, but I'm kind of an old guy. I don't know. I'm kind of like, I'm like, I don't know what's going on. So I think I might have been doing old guy stuff when I said that. But so now we add all this up. Charlie Kirks, you need to do something to help out young people. And Joe Biden, who won't even forgive what he promised in student debt, is way progressive, even though he's not going to do that, probably. And also, I oppose that. Okay, so then what exactly are you talking about, you moron? You idiot? You idiot, you. And he said, what we need to do to make up young people's lives better is, for example, during a pandemic, shove their asses out to work. During a pandemic where a million people died.
So a seemingly unrelated clip that I just have to play is this woman who I think was in Transformers once. I haven't seen her in a long time. Megan Fox, whoever that is.
Some lady, I don't know, I think she was in some movie, like Transformers or something. Charlie, we just found this hard drive. It has like 2 terabytes of Megan Fox crap on it. Are you okay, Charlie? I'm fine. What are you talking about? You're all red. You're blushing. I'm not. It's stupid. That's stupid, man.
And apparently I love when I ask, I say, so what's she's famous for? Oh, she's famous for being famous. Oh, yeah, we need more of that. Okay.
Damn, Charlie.
So you could kind of build out kind of whatever you want to take from this. But if you're trying to tell me there's no spiritual dimension to all this, you're not looking close enough.
No, that's sweet.
Cut 74.
It's just a few drops. But yes, we do consume each other's blood on occasion for ritual purposes.
That is my own sperm.
Only. It is used for a reason, and it is controlled where it's like, let's shed a few drops of blood and each drink it. He's much more haphazard and hectic and chaotic, where he's willing to just like cut his chest open with broken glass and be like, take my soul. Let me bleed on you.
Or whatever, Machine Gun Kelly, whoever that is.
At gunpoint.
And they're in some sort of relationship, I suppose. So what is the reason? We do this for a reason. What is the reason?
Uh-oh.
And she says it's a ritual. Oh, it's her fiance? Okay. So what is the ritual exactly? So I'm not...
Go easy, Go easy on him, Charlie. He's teeing up. Come on, bro. Take it easy. All right, Chuck Kirk's doing a little bit of late night comedy here. I like that. He's like, so you guys hear about this? You guys hear about this Megan Fox? Ooh.
You got any gum?
Oh, you got any gum? You got any gum?
You guys hear about this Megan Fox? She drinks her boyfriend's blood, guys. Okay, but I like it. He's doing bits now. He's doing little comedy bits. He's like, "Oh, I'm gonna roast Megan Fox's ass." Well, guys, thank you so much. If you're watching this on today, Friday, go to the live stream. Go to the live stream, okay?
No.
All right, fine.
Party.
Bye-bye. Love you guys, and bye-bye. Hey, guys. You're only getting a fraction of the weekly shows. If you want a new motherfucking episode every day, subscribe on Patreon for as little as 2 bones. You get the patron-only Tuesday and Thursday shows, the Bookablega show where we look at important books, and the goddamn weekly behind-the-scenes show. And for only 25 bones, you could become a producer and get your name up here. Look at these people. These people make this show possible. If it wasn't for them, nothing. We don't have a show. We got nothing, and it's garbage. And we have to just leave. We have to just basically walk away, and we don't even really know where we're walking. That's the truly troubling part about all this. But please, become a patron today for as little as 2 bones, or 5 bones is another level, or 10, or you go the full 25 and you get up here. Big special thanks to these people. Love you guys so much.